Hi, hello, I'm Dr. Gurung. I'm a consultant psychiatrist. I have made a pact with myself that I'm going to finish one book per week. So this week I managed to finish this lovely book, which is called Life: How Life Imitates Chess. This book is written by Gary Kasparov. I found this book quite complex, and it took a bit of time for me to dissect this book as well as digest a lot of the information which is given in this book. I wanted to summarize this book into three concepts. The first concept, which I really like about this book, is Gary Kasparov is a grandmaster in chess. So when I read this book, I wanted to read this book through his lens, and what I found is it was quite fascinating to find out the history of a chess, the people who were the pioneers who pushed the envelope of a chess, and the way the chess is played uh, moving forward. In chess, there are altogether like 64 places where you can move. There's white as well as black side, and the white is the one that takes the first step. I came to know about different strategies, different positions where you can attack as well as you can defend. And Gary has tried to use the concept of the chess to analyze the current kind of politicians and politics that is in the world and how they have tried to use it. He talked about different kind of strategies, and I felt chess reflects quite of the things which we use as in a modern world. When I read this chess, I've realized that in the Asian country, there's a game which is similar to is called a Go, which is quite complex. And what I find out is chess, the concept with the chess use, especially the European and the American. They use a lot of the concept, but like Japanese, South Korean, and the Chinese, they use the concept of a Go. I don't want to go into more detail, but this was one of the things which I found it quite fascinating. The concept of using the positions, and one thing which I found quite interesting is in Netflix there's a series called The Queen's Gambit. Now I understood the meaning of gambit. Gambit means to give some of your position, some of your some of your advantage in order to go get the positional advantage, so which I found it quite interesting. The second thing which I found it interesting in this book is it has gone and described the concept of innovator and imitator. Innovator are the people who have the original kind of concept. Imitators are the one that tries to learn from an innovator, and down the line what they tend to do is, as the time progresses, they advance, and down the line they can be better than the innovator. He has used some of the concept like in the US, they used to produce a lot of good camera, but down the line, Japanese company, they created a cheaper version of a camera and electronic devices, which was quite affordable. They made a lot of advancement in the technology, and they were able to outcast the product from US. Now the second wave came, and the South Korean were able to do better than the Japanese, and their product were in the market. Then it came the Chinese and the Taipei. So you can see, down the line of evolution, we as a human being, we are very good in imitating, and we tend to evolve as the time progresses. So this is one of the concept which I'm also going to use in my life, that I need to get better. And just imitating, I don't think is a bad thing. But with imitation also, you need to bring up your own kind of individuality in order to progress, which I find it quite interesting. Now, the third concept, which I'm going to utilize in my life, is um, Gary, who's a grandmaster. We as a human being, we tend to only analyze if we fail. Um, He himself as grandmaster, what he have done is he tried to analyze, the games the other grandmaster have played before. He even analyzed, some of the games that he have done well. So there's still an opportunity for you to get better, even on the things that you are good at. The concept that they have described is the past success should not stop you from evolving, and it should not give you overconfidence and give you the concept of being complaints. Okay, so the thing is you need to keep on acting in order to get better. um, there's a concept of, which is not broken should not be fixed, but if you analyze that, that brings stagnation, and it stops you from growing. Knowing is not enough. We need to apply. Willingness is not enough. We must do it. Um Me, myself being a consultant psychiatrist, I've reached the stage of my life where, it's easy for me to have this ego and defense instinct to avoid criticism. But I need to have the concept of not just as a consultant, but as a human being. I still needs to be aware of my defense and ego. The other thing is with confidence, I also need to feel, behave, and practice in a daily life, and not to take life seriously. Um, and the concept which I find quite interesting, I'm a dementia specialist. I have been telling in my memory clinic that if you don't use it, you lose it. And brain also, the things that we don't use, the part of the brain that tends to atrophy, means the science reduces. So in the same way, whatever skills that I've learned, I need to practice in daily, so those skills and the talent doesn't atrophy. And I need to be aware of not to have any biasness and prejudice, and have an openness. To end this, what I've also realized is, we as a human being, we tend to be closer to people that carry the same kind of opinion to us. But in order to be better and push the envelope of evolution, we need to challenge ourselves out from our comfort zone, and also be willing to have a different kind of environment for us to grow. So, on summary, this book, the things that which I'm going to take in my life is the three concept. Number one, um, the way the strategy, positions, and the powers that they use in the chess can also be utilized in a day-to-day activity. Number two is innovator and imitator, the concept I need to use it. Three is I need to be reflective and still be critical about the areas that I can improve. Thank you. Take care. Bye.